shaping and building Edmonton communities for land developers all around Edmonton. That's what All-Star Construction is all about.
For over 60 years, the folks at Diablo Boots have been selling the best Canadian-made boots. Handcrafted in Winnipeg, Canada West makes the best quality cowboy, biker, and work boots for Diablo Boots with replaceable soles and heels. Why buy cheaper quality like Ariat, Justin, and Red Wing made in China when Canadian-made is better? Support Canada's workers and Diablo Boots for the best boots. So save on boots by Save On Foods. That's Diablo Boots, 3340 Gateway Boulevard on the east side of Save On Foods. Canada West and Diablo Boots, the two best names in the boots business.
Why should you drive a Subaru? How about durability, style, and an excellent customer experience from the moment you step into the showroom? And how about accolades, including awards for numerous 2026 Subaru models from both AutoTrader and JD Power? But don't just take my word for it. Take a test drive and you'll see why the Subaru name is recognized and renowned for quality. To learn more, visit Subaru.ca. Welcome to Uncommon. Welcome to Subaru.
Get the inside scoop for your team on Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas on Sports 1440.
Presented by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
Frenzy here on Sports 1440, brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky online, willhawkbeefjerky.com. Only available in Leduc. Go check them out. Tell them we said hello. willhawkbeefjerky.com. Connor Halley, Brandon Douglas, Josh Fenwick, and Mackenzie, the intern, with you here from the Sports 1440 studios in West Edmonton Mall. Of course, you can always reach us at the text line, 1-833-401-1440, or get in on YouTube. Talk there. The chat is always going. I'm going to hop in there myself and say hello. You can talk to Josh there. And once again, game day edition of this show is the Edmonton Oilers in Dallas taking on the Stars. A nice 6 p.m. puck drop. With that, pregame coverage coming your way at 5 o'clock with Andrew Walker, Donovan Paulson, and Landon Ferraro. Jason Greger will also be there for the beginning of it. Lance, hello. Saucy Northside Norm. What's going on, guys? They're saying cup here in the chat. The Oilers are back after winning 2 straight, once against the Colorado Avalanche. Sans Nathan McKinnon in the third period. We'll also talk some NFL free agency. Keaton Mitchell signing with the LA Chargers. Some saying a perfect scheme fit. Some people being me. And a lot of people online, actually, Duke. Duke, good morning.
Good morning, Connor. Yeah. Great to be with you as usual. And as naturally, you're always in tune with the latest happenings of the Bolts out in SoCal. I just finished my update there at the end of the Carrier show, and you said, Duke, you missed a big story in your update. I was like, oh, geez, Keaton Mitchell signing with the Chargers. Hey, right hand up. That did not come across my radar in my last breeze through the news cycle before we got to the top of the hour there. So my sincerest apologies.
I mean, it happened like 3 hours ago, but that's okay. It's not the biggest deal to everyone. But, you know, if you're in a deep league, you're panicking 1 week and you're like, who do I pick up? Hey, in that McDaniel offense, it could be him. He could be the next Achan.
It's Amari and Hampton.
And company.
He's him. I don't know if there's, and we'll get into this a lot more as the summer progresses and we get post-draft and stuff, about some fantasy players that you're most excited about in new fits, whether it be new schemes, that players change places, coaches change places, new supporting cast, a decrease in supporting cast, like less competition. And we've already seen plenty of implications of that in the early going of free agency, and it's only going to get more interesting as we continue through the offseason. So, and I think Mike McDaniel going to the Chargers and the potential upside for a guy like Hampton and the entire Chargers offense, I think, has to stand as a huge benefactor.
I would think so. The guards might as well be me and you right now. Tackles are pretty strong. Center's okay.
Pretty strong.
You know, from what I've heard, It's just got to be, pass blocking is less important. Got to get them out moving with the guards.
Pulling guards.
All right, let's do it. Oilers in action tonight, taking on the Dallas Stars. Duke, obviously, Tristan Jarry going to be the man between the pipes. Unless there's a miracle. I don't foresee that happening, though. You got games back to back. So even if Ingram was close, maybe give him that extra day to rest. Have you gotten any updates on
the report from Morning Skate, according to Bob Stauber, is that there's no word on another goalie, and Bakersfield's actually in Texas right now playing against the Stars. So it's, if they were to need to recall somebody, it would not be a panicked flight from California to get them there or anywhere else for that matter. So it does look like Ingram is good enough to back up, and you're right. Why not? One guy's gonna have to play each game. Give him the extra night to ease back into things from a viewer's standpoint. Obviously, get another morning skate of practice under your belt, a little extra work, as the backup goalie often does, and a morning skate when they're not playing. Yeah, it makes a ton of sense, and a chance for Tristan Jarry to build off of what was one period and a minute and a half of really strong relief work against Colorado. I was really impressed with him and the effort he put in there to pull out that victory. The goal he gave up, it's a perfect high tip deflection into the top of the net. I'm not going to hold that one against him by any stretch. So I'm interested to see how the new look defense and the new look penalty kill in particular, all hold up against this Dallas team that has been red hot. 9-0-1 in their last 10, and they're chasing down Colorado for the top spot in that division.
Yeah, absolutely. That division, whatever happens, whoever finished second and third, we're going to get a heck of a matchup in the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Before we get to the Oilers lines, and we will, I do want to let you guys know the contest is back.
It's back. It's game day, baby.
It's an Oilers game day. So text in hockey to 1-833-401-1440. You'll have a chance to win a $50 gift card to McDonald's. And then on top of that, you get entered into a draw for one of the 2 grand prize draws on March 13th. Hey, that's tomorrow. A signed Connor McDavid jersey, a signed McDavid Star Stick collectible, a $100 gift card to McDonald's, and a $100 NHL gift card. So 1-833-401-1440. Text in the word hockey, and you'll be entered into the draw. There's a whole separate file for it in our text thing. Text groove. Because Gregor did it, and there were no texts. We're like, what's happening? Then you open up the separate compartment, hundreds. So text in hockey, 1-833-401-1440. I'll have to show you. It's new.
How does this happen?
Yeah, it's I don't know. It was funny because we had previous experience with a different type of text machine, and it had a similar thing. It's for prizing and all that sort of thing. So get those texts rolling in. 1-833-401-1440. Hockey. HOCKEY. No, Jordy, it's got to be just hockey. This goes against everything I've ever told you. Just hockey.
Don't put your name on it.
Don't put your name on it. It's wild. Or put a space in between. Maybe that's the difference. Because you did hockey ... Jordy. Like I said, I would never tell you this. I always say attach your name, but not in this contest. We're also going to do this in the afternoon with Jason Gregor. So, hey, you got a couple of chances to win. We'll also do it again tomorrow since it'll be another game day. All lines from Oilers practice per Bob Stauffer. Nuge, McDavid, Hyman. You got Podkolzin, Draisaitl with Roslovic, Savoy, Dickinson, Kapanen, and then Henrique, Szymanski, Frederick on the back end. Ekholm, Bouchard, Nurse, Murphy, Wallman, Stastny, and then Jarry looking like he'll get the start. I thought Yaremchuk had a really funny line on with Gregor yesterday saying just about Connor Murphy and kind of his nastiness, off the ice you'd never see it. It's almost like if he had a beard like Gudis, he might seem a little bit tougher. But What do you think of that pairing with Darnell Nurse? Because we know the trials and tribulations Darnell Nurse has had this year.
It has been quite turbulent, to say the least, and his play has not been up to the standard that I think those of us that watch the Oilers on a game-to-game basis have. And listen, he's been a very polarizing figure essentially since signing this big extension, which seems like a lifetime ago already and still has several years remaining on it. But I digress back to it. Connor Murphy in just a few games has been noticeable in a positive fashion, right? And from a defensive standpoint, and I could put Jason Dickinson absolutely in the same camp from shutting down the cycle inside the defensive zone where the Oilers do remain a little bit of, for lack of a better term, a mess at times. It's not it's not shift to shift like maybe we saw during some of their really rougher points this season. But now did Connor Murphy come in and help calm down the play of Jake Wallman to a point where they're ready to move things around and try and have the same effect on Darnell Nurse, who last game against Colorado, I mean, we saw the assist on the Nuge goal, which was brilliant pass, very heads up play. And I thought he had a couple other nice plays in the offensive zone. But in the D zone, I thought I saw a lot of the same things that have plagued him this season in terms of looking a little bit lost, not seemingly knowing where he's supposed to be. Connor Murphy, he's through very brief sample size, showing a little bit of a stabilizing effect. So color me interested to watch this in action tonight. And I mentioned it in kind of my opening little spiel about it. The Stars are the second-ranked power play behind only the Oilers this season. And the Oilers did a good job against Vegas's number 3 power play on Sunday, just 2 chances against. But the Stars do pose a little bit of a different threat, at least in my eyes, even if the percentages aren't that far apart from an efficiency point. So can Murphy help there or continue to help there as well with the likes of Dickinson? And if it's alongside Darnell Nurse and the PK as well, does that have an impact?
Mikko Rantanen, Rupe Hintz, not going to go tonight. That's interesting. I think Rupe Hintz is getting closer. That benefits the Oilers, but you still look at this Dallas Stars team. A lot of talent that Jason Robertson, I say it every time, this guy's an Oilers killer. I feel like he scores every single time these two teams play, and maybe twice. Wyatt Johnson, a heck of a player. That second line with Ben, Duchesne, Steele, Bunting, Adam Ernie, familiar name, Maverick Bork. When your name's Maverick, you're destined for great things.
You're destined to be awesome at something, and he chose hockey. This is a guy that's like led the AHL in scoring before. It was kind of him and Logan Stankoven both coming up through the Star system. Stankoven now in Carolina as part of that Rantanen trade. Bork afforded a lot of opportunity this year to play up in the lineup, especially with how many injuries that this forward group has endured. So he's a really interesting player. The numbers don't necessarily pop off the page at you here in his first full season, but really solid player. And this team is deep, man. Deep. Even when you're missing their 2 best forwards, arguably, Hintz and Rantanen, they're still 9-0-1 in their last 10. They're not to be trifled with.
I was gonna say, it's pretty unbelievable. Lance texting into 1-833-414-1440 on a scale of 1 to 10. How nervous are you boys that Jari is starting? 10 being you trust him with your life, 1 being you'd rather have a newborn baby in net. I mean, that's quite the stretch of
that
2
is
things.
a wide stretch.
Can
I go into decimals?
I think
try
so.
and create some more gap between each individual number.
I draw myself at a 5.
Stole my answer. And I was going to say, is it a cop-out if I just split it right down the middle? Because it was encouraging how he played in that third period, but that's a pretty small grouping, and it was an Avalanche team without their best player.
Yeah.
For whatever that's worth.
I mean, it's for me, there's reason for optimism. I don't want to be 2, obviously. But he's done it before. Can he find his game? How much of this? We know this position. It's voodoo. Streaky. It's voodoo. You never know what's really going to happen. Does that come off with some confidence from that last game? And Gregor said it, it was probably the best thing for him, where it's just, hey, Tristan, you're in.
Kind of no pressure. Don't overthink it. It's get in there.
Don't think it.
Do your best.
You have no time to think. Get your helmet. You're going out there, loosen up a little bit, and the game starts. And
during that 10-minute video review.
A couple saves. Yeah, that's true. That probably didn't help. It might have been nicer if it was just immediate. You're in the game.
Really stone cold in the net.
But we went in there, and I'm hoping this is a point for him to turn it around and find his game and have that confidence. I think that, maybe the guys in front of him a little more confident after that performance, but you go out there and you let a stinker in the first 5 minutes and that confidence is gone. So
it's all for naught, right? You're starting from 0 again. It's kind of timely reference because of what we saw with Connor Ingram getting pulled for concussion spot. In my experience, when you get a concussion, you can not have any symptoms or anything and build your way back, and all of a sudden your first real test of it again in a contact sport or something. And then it's the slightest setback. You're essentially starting from 0 again. You don't, It's not 1 step forward and 2 steps back. It's 1 step forward. It could be 10 steps forward and 1 step back actually sets you to the starting line again. So, and that kind of seems like it's where we're at with Jari in this confidence that seems to have eluded him as of recently.
Now with Ingram, I don't think we ever officially got a confirmation concussion because after they knew it was protocol.
Knobloch confirmed he was out because of protocol.
Yeah.
Was he ever diagnosed? We probably will never know.
Shows his words very wisely.
And I have to think that the fact he's back on the ice ready to back up tonight, is it possible to clear protocol if you're diagnosed in just 2 days?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. So as a result, if you had to ask me what my thought is, it would be he was not diagnosed with one.
Jay Victoria says, boys, Jari will stand on his head tonight.
Sounds like he's a 10.
I hope.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe a 9.
Not the most confident. Kyle says, guys, doesn't even need to be lights out. Just some timely saves. That's it. You're right. And then
The Oilers have shown that they don't need a Vezina caliber guy to have success, and that's in the regular season, in the playoffs. The timeliness of the saves can be everything.
But tonight, I would say, like, if you go into their history with the Dallas Stars, Stuart Skinner has outdueled Ottinger.
Right.
So you kind of do need him to outdo a Ottinger to a certain point, because this isn't going up against, insert bad team here. This is the Dallas Stars. We're playing really good
The Maple
hockey,
Leafs.
and they're going to score some goals. Like, they put pucks in the net. They probably will. Yeah, the Maple Leafs, who I saw, was it Money Puck, doesn't even have them in their playoffs.
They suck.
That's-
And the
it's
wheel,
over.
the graph.
Yeah, they're
thing,
out. They're done.
done.
So
George Washington, done.
he does need to make some timely saves, but yeah, also can't give up those softies either. Cal says Dickinson's been great on the penalty kill also. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of as advertised, what we expected. Lance says, you guys don't like that scale? I do like the scale.
That's why.
You could almost put it from like 1 to 100, though, with that discrepancy.
When the ends of it, in a realistic sense, are that far apart, 10 integers may not be enough. And even if you're using decimals, 100 integers, or not integers, decimal numbers may not be enough.
Daryl says, I feel Nurse would be better suited to be a power forward. And then it doesn't matter if he's all over the place as much.
Is this a sarcastic one or a real one?
Daryl, we're not trying to insult you, but we get one of these texts like once every 3 days, maybe. We just don't think it'll work. I think he'd be all over the place. And I think it would matter, because you do have to be in good position on back check and pick up maybe you're picking up the third forward or picking up a defenseman jumping into the play. I don't think it would be a great thing. You know what? It'd be fun in a video game, but I don't know if I would necessarily do it in real life. And I don't think Darnell Nurse would do it, and I don't think the coaching staff would do it. But you are not the first person to have that thought. Along with Evan Bouchard, we've had a lot of texts.
And guess what? He won't be the last.
No, we'll certainly get another text like that. Keep the text rolling in here, 1-833-401-1440. Thoughts on the game tonight. We can talk NFL free agency, World Baseball Classic. You've got Canada-US coming up. Ooh, that's going to be big. NBA. Do the Heat play tonight?
I think so. It's a busy night.
It's going to be a disappointment if Bam doesn't put up at least 80 back-to-back
People
nights.
will be asking, is he cooked?
Yeah, like, ooh, I thought this guy put up points.
I can't wait to come in tomorrow morning to this studio. Well, I'll be here already when Declan arrives, and Bam, call it a bold prediction, does not put up 80-plus points. I have to go look Declan in the eye and say, sorry, man, your boy's washed.
Will Declan wear that jersey
Again,
when
with
Bam
a new
doesn't
with
put
a
up 40,
new number
83
on
points?
it to replace the 83 that he duct taped on?
Or is he a bandwagon Bam guy? If he's not putting up 83, Dec's not wearing the jersey. We'll find out. Also, text in hockey, 1-833-401-1440. Just the word hockey. You'll have a chance to win a $50 gift card. We'll do that draw before the end of the show. It's Fantasy Frenzy, brought to you by Wilhock Beef Jerky.
At Hughes, it's all about getting in and out quick and clean. No cash, no problem. With Hughes' new tap and wash system, all you need is your debit or credit card to get your vehicle sparkling clean.
Find us at HughesCarWash.com.
And here comes Action Electrical Service Team sprinting onto the scene. These are your first responders for any electrical emergency.
That's right. With their fleet of service vans and specialized gear, they assess, they service, and maintain electrical lighting and automation systems. They're all about rapid response.
Quick diagnostics and repairs to restore power and safety fast. Hire the Action Electrical team to bring home a win for your project. Visit actionelectrical.net.
The Jedi return to Rogers Place.
Saturday night, your Edmonton Oil Kings look to trap the Brandon Wheat Kings in Carbonite for the annual Star Wars game. Catch characters on the concourse for out-of-this-world selfies, Calmont Kids food combos for $10 or less. Plus, the Oil Kings will wear special Star Wars-themed jerseys that'll be auctioned and raffled off in support of Sorrentino's Compassion House. The Edmonton Oil Kings Star Wars game.
Saturday at 7. Great seats at Rogers Place start at only $20 at oilkings.ca.
Got a car you're ready to part with? Find out what it's worth, fast, easy, and totally free at Go Auto. We're talking top dollar trade-ins, whether it's a little worn or still rocking that new car smell. Just a few clicks, and boom, you've got your value. Text value to 780-777-7777 to start. That's value to 780 all sevens. Why, guess what it's worth? Let Go Auto show you the money.
With the lead up to the playoffs underway, players are definitely stepping up their game.
And the fans are doing the same. Simple snacks like chips and dip may work at the front half of the season, but now more and more fans are rocking the Wilhauk beef jerky for game time get-togethers.
Just make sure you bring enough for everyone if you want to be invited back for the playoffs.
Make your next hockey game day a Will Hockey game day with Wilhauk beef jerky, only available in Leduc. Get yours today because you don't win games with salad.
This hockey season, before every game, check out the pregame show with Andrew Walker on Sports 1440. It's brought to you by Titan Supply, your only source for rigging, lifting, and hauling products. Visit titansupply.ca.
Does your bank do local? We do. When you bank with Vision Credit Union, you're banking with a rural Albertan cooperative that cares about the community where you live. There's no question. We actively support our rural communities at the local level through charitable donations, volunteerism, local team and event sponsorships, and by returning millions in profit shares to our members every year. Does your bank do that? We do local. Bank with Vision Credit Union. VisionCU.ca.
The weather doesn't care about your shift or your schedule. Carhartt Rain Defender sweatshirts let you battle back against the ever-changing elements. Carhartt's durable, water-repellent technology lets light rain beat up and roll right off. Layer up and stay on the job longer without getting drenched. Get your Carhartt Rain Defender sweatshirts at all 3 of our Edmonton job site workwear locations.
Job site workwear, tough job.
Debt can take over your life. The stress, the constant worry, it can feel like you're drowning. When people come to see me, they're often anxious and feeling hopeless. But when I explain how I can help them get out of debt, those feelings melt away. I'm Parveen Middleton, licensed insolvency trustee at BDO here in Edmonton. I will create a personalized debt relief plan so you can move forward with confidence. Call 1-833-BDO-TALK or visit bdodebt.ca to discover your debt-free future.
Every coach needs a game plan. Plan your fantasy frenzy with Halley and Douglas right here on Edmonton's Sports 1440.
Presented by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
'24. Welcome back to Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440. Connor Halley, Brendan Douglas, Josh Fenwick, and Country Mac with you here. Text lines 1-833-401-1440. Text in just one word, hockey. You know how to spell it, and you'll have a chance to win a $50 gift card to McDonald's. We'll
Don't put anything else in the text message.
Nothing else. Just
Don't
hockey.
do it.
And then you'll also be entered to one of our grand prizes as well. One of the prizes is a signed Connor McDavid jersey. This show is brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky, online at wilhaukbeefjerky.com. Mackenzie actually got a Laddie Schmid. Can I say this, Mackenzie?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Oh, it's not a surprise for anyone?
No.
Mackenzie got a Laddie Schmid jersey signed as he left the building today, Duke.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just saying I have a message.
Yeah.
Hey, my friend gave me his Laddie jersey. Is it okay if I bring it in for to sign it? Nope.
Not professional.
Industry faux pas. No, Laddie's super cool. He'll do anything. My biggest regret is in a somewhat related note is when I found a David Schlemko Phoenix Coyotes jersey on Facebook Marketplace for like $40.
Yeah.
And I wanted to buy it so bad and then bring it in studio and get Schlemmer to sign it and we could hang it up. I even said I would pay for the shadow box to get done or whatever you call those things for jerseys. But the guy never got back to me. I think it might have been fake or something.
I mean, we could find
that's Facebook Marketplace for you. Sometimes it's a treasure trove. Other times it's a graveyard.
the jerseys are out there though. If you look up, I got a Sharks jersey here on eBay. It's already signed though. So
no, I want Coyotes one.
All right, we'll dig into it. See if we can find one.
Schlemmer would actually have a pretty good. We talk about the Shaq rainbow jersey arc. Schlemmer would have a pretty good color palette because I guess he'd have a couple reds in Calgary and Arizona, but blue in San Jose, orange in Philly. I guess another red in Montreal. Maybe I spoke too soon.
Well,
a lot of red.
You could do. They have an alternate blue, right?
Sure.
Did he wear it? I don't know.
I doubt it.
He's got the white jersey.
Right. Well, all those teams have white jerseys.
Well, but we have to pick and choose.
Philly has a black jersey. So
Yeah.
does Calgary, I guess, if we're going back to Blasty, which he did not wear.
It wouldn't be as good as Shaq's, but it would be close.
Well, it probably wouldn't be as good as Corey Stillman's either. Question on this note about getting players' jerseys.
Yeah.
Where do you stand? Because you're a jersey guy. You love jerseys.
I do.
Where do you stand on getting a player's jersey of what we're just saying, a jersey they did not actually wear? Like it doesn't come. Like if I got a Korea Ducks jersey, but it was the jerseys they were wearing when they won the Cup in 07, when they changed to the Ducks and were no longer mighty.
Like if you got to make David Copper Oilers jersey. The
Yeah.
blue and copper. I don't like that. That's a faux pas for me.
It's pretty wild.
I like, to me,
But could that be like a cool like collector's item? It's like literally no one else has his jersey because he never actually wore it.
no, I think it's dumb. I think if you're buying a jersey, it has to be no name on the back, a player that wore that jersey, or if you're
a kid, your own
12 and
name?
under, your own name.
What number though?
Whatever
Like-
you want.
Like if you're a kid and you wear 97 because McDavid's your favorite player, do you get a 97 Oilers jersey with your name on the back? Like
I think it's
12-year-old
fair.
Brandon Douglas, super Oilers fan.
12?
And it's 8-year-old Brandon
Yeah,
Douglas
okay, we're cool
in
with
an
that.
alternate reality where I'm a Oilers super fan. I was like, I love McDavid. I'm 97 is my number, but I want an Oilers jersey with my name on it.
I think it's fine if you're a kid.
Okay.
I will say, because when I was a kid, I grew up an Oilers fan. I had Halley #1, and then my favorite player growing up was Jason Arnott. So I had a Halley 7 jersey. Those are my two jerseys. I got them like probably Christmases 2 years apart. After that, it was any jersey I had, no name or had to be a player that wore that jersey.
Okay.
That's just my looking at it. Oddball and Greg, you texted in, but you spelt hockey incorrectly.
What part of this don't you people understand? To get entered, you need to follow these very specific guidelines.
Now, they could have followed it up with the correct spelling. We don't know because we don't know. I can't see the other inbox right now.
Can I?
You could look it up if you want to. But Oddball and Greg, if you want, hockey, HOCKEY.
This person said honky.
Yeah.
And that could just be directed at us.
Yeah. We will not stand for that, Oddball. You're blocked. Just joking. Jane Victoria says, I have a new jersey signed. My next will be Pod Colson. Love that guy. I could see in the next few years, Jay, a lot of people buying the Pod Colson jersey. On the rise as well.
In this system, it doesn't have a timestamp on it, so we don't know when they sent it.
I don't know. They're just qualified, is what it is. So I guess by that theory, you could just send it once.
Never mind. It's a drop-down menu I can see. Yeah, lots of entries coming in, even if we don't see them on the regular text line.
That's what I'm saying.
Bad Niv, Phil, Tyler, Cody, Anvil, Nard Dog. This person has no name. That might make it difficult.
Darren texted in Hickey. Nope. Hockey.
Curtis, Matt, Mark.
MTR says it was probably Schlemko selling that jersey, dude. He just Brandon Douglas. Yeah, I can't respond
He
to this guy.
really needed that $40.
It's a good deal.
I'll check Schlemmer's career earnings. I think he's okay.
Yeah, but I think
He had a
so.
couple nice tickets.
Plus, he's on the 1440 morning show with Carius.
Plus, he's a very sought after coach. Sean Smith himself hired him out to come teach his kids. He's like, they never listen to me because I'm just a guy.
Yeah.
They'll listen to David Schlemko. He played in the NHL.
You have to.
400 games.
Jaws drop. Well, and so when I was a kid, I had a Detroit jersey with my name and number on the back I would wear when I played street hockey. I thought it was so cool. I bet that was cool. It's a classic logo. But you were a kid. That's the thing. If I see a grown man wearing like number 69 and some silly nickname on the back.
Glat.
Yeah, like, what are we doing here?
Shorzy.
Well, yeah, hey, if you want to buy a Shorzy jersey.
But then if you're doing that, does it have to be a Blueberry or Sudbury Bulldogs one?
I mean, if you showed up in a 69 Oilers Shorzy jersey, I'd have some questions for you. And then I'd ask for some money because clearly you have too much money.
Yeah. Copyright infringement. Sued. Cease and desist.
John, I got your email here. You'd like to join the baseball draft? We'll have to put you on the list. Big waiting list to get in on this one. We also do have the March Madness Bracket Challenge that is now open. If anyone wants to get in, $10 to Brandon at sports1440.ca, and he will send you a link. I haven't signed up my team yet.
Put your email address in the memo of the e-transfer, in the message box. That is imperative. Put your email in there.
Otherwise, I
don't know how to send you to the link.
Yeah, we should be past that.
Puts me in a bad spot.
At this point, we should.
Well, maybe we've got new listeners that haven't been in on one of these entries for us before.
You're letting them off easy. They got to know.
I welcome the new listeners, Connor, the new fans of Fantasy Frenzy.
That's fair. This segment is brought to you by elksnation.ca, 2-weekly podcast with Eddie Steele and Declan Kruger breaking down the green and gold. It is the most in-depth double E football coverage. Check it out, elksnation.ca, articles, podcasts, videos on YouTube as well. We did have a text coming in here from Drew. Says, do you guys think it's time to abolish the overtime loss point? When Montreal finished in a wildcard spot last year, their record would have been 40 wins and 42 losses without the betting point, and it seems to be worse for some teams this year.
To me, if you're trying to every year there's going to be a team that's a benefactor of it. But can you give me an example of a team year to year that seems to be a benefactor of it more than others? If you can, all right. All of a sudden you've got a data set that supports your claim. If it changes year to year, then what does it matter? Each team will be a benefit of it. Each team will be a victim of it at some point or another. I'm all for changing the point system. I would like to see a regulation win be worth more, like the 3-point system, right? Where every game there's 3 points up for grabs. You just divvy them up. 3 for a regulation win, 2 for an overtime or shootout win, and then obviously you still get your loser point there. I'm okay with that. Now, in the NBA, we see games go to overtime. There's no loser point in the NBA. But they also don't really have points. Their entire standings is just on games percentage.
Back, right?
Yeah. Much like the MLB, obviously. And same thing. You can play an 18-inning game in the MLB. You don't get any it's a loss. You wins and losses. So there's precedent for it. The NFL is the only league that still has ties of the major 4 in North America. I don't love that either.
I would love if they went to a CFL or NCAA style. It's a shootout, essentially. It's not football, but hey.
People hate the shootout.
Well, you hate. What do you hate more, shootouts or ties? You have to ask yourself.
Oh, the NFL to do that.
I would like the NFL.
Sorry,
to do that.
I'm talking about the NHL.
No.
I'm just how does an interesting crossover is you just get a 30-second power play 5-on-3. You have to score. The other team gets a chance to counter. Where are you with that?
It's 2-on-1 for 30 seconds. You get the puck. Oh, that'd be wild.
That would be wild.
But if the NFL is just, you know what, we're doing away with, we're going to do it away with ties and overtime. We're going straight to, you get the ball in the 30, and after the first touchdown, you have to go for 2. That would end it quick. A couple, 10, 15 extra plays max. Why not? Per side. Connor also texting in about the Major League Baseball League. People are in for this, Duke. The people love fantasy baseball. Also says, side note, nothing wrong with the point system in the NHL. Keeps the regular season interesting towards the end of the year in the playoff race. In the NBA, it's set by Christmas.
But is that also just due to the NBA having not as much parity as the NHL? Because in the NBA, the bad teams are really bad. And then you've got every year at the start of the season, you say there's like 4 teams that could win the championship.
Yeah.
In the NHL, we still say those things. We're like, these are the teams in September that could win the Stanley Cup. That can totally change by the end of November.
Oh, yeah.
Look at it this year.
Look at the Bills, Sabres.
Look at the Sabres. Look at the Maple Leafs.
Yeah.
Look at the Jets. It was a first-place team last year. Capitals are probably going to miss the playoffs.
Panthers.
Back-to-back Cup champions out.
It's fun.
The Ducks.
That's how we like it. Yeah,
They're
well,
on the
that's a good one,
rise.
too. That's another good one. BG says owners would never sign off on getting rid of the OT point. That could get them into the playoffs. Well, you're right. And then, hey, like those teams probably going to get exposed in the playoffs if you're kind of a merchant.
Yeah,
from
if you're a fraud team that only gets in because you have 18 overtime losses, maybe you're not that good.
Mhm.
It's, as Daryl Sutter once put, a waste of 10 days.
Think about it, they're the owner.
But at least a couple gate revenues for the owner.
2 home games at the minimum. That's great. Text line is 1-833-401-1440. We did get a text in here. Apologize. Just an update on Doc. Well, he didn't practice today, so that's kind of the indicator for him that he's likely out tonight. We'll have to get a full update. I'm sure Coach spoke or will be speaking soon, so we'll see what they say. But yeah, did not practice today. We saw him in a lot of discomfort on the bench on Tuesday night. So unfortunate, because I like what he brings to the game. Brings that physicality, the size, and he's still young. So I'll be interested to see what his future will be with the club, but did not practice. I'll take another break here. If you want, quickly text in hockey to 1-833-401-1440 for a chance to win a $50 gift card to McDonald's. We're going to pick a winner during the break here. We'll let you know who it is when we come back. It's Fantasy Frenzy brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky.
Actions speak louder than words. Japa Machinery Group puts your construction plan into action with XCMG construction machinery you need. Available for rental or sale. Learn more at japamachinery.com.
I'm Colin Livingston, president of Cantork. Cantork has always been a forward-thinking company, but now that we've turned 25, I can't help but take a minute to take a look back. Thank you to everyone that's been with us along the way.
Hey, Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $500,000 on Mega Jackpots Ocean Bells? Think about the season tickets you could lock down with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
A pizza from Papa John's is already pretty great, but you know what's even better? 2 pizzas from Papa John's. For a limited time, get a medium 1-topping pizza for only $6 when you order any large specialty pizza at regular menu price. Whether you're feeding your family, your team, or yourself, get your next meal from your locally owned and operated Papa John's with a $6 1-top medium when you order any large specialty at regular menu price. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
When my husband and I said until death do us part, I never expected to find myself at the doorstep of divorce. I was facing an uncertain financial future, expensive lawyer bills, and most importantly, I was concerned for the well-being of my kids. My spouse and I turned to Fairway Divorce Solutions for help. Fairway walked us through a step-by-step process, allowing us to develop a clear roadmap to resolve financial concerns and provide a proactive co-parenting strategy. It helped us avoid chaos and courtrooms.
For a no-cost consultation, visit fairwaydivorce.com.
Hi, Mike here from Northgate Chevrolet Buick GMC. March Madness is finally here. If you've been waiting to get into a new or used vehicle, now is the time. This is a mega sale, plus the grand opening of our all-new Autoplex. A massive indoor showroom. No iPads, no patio sets, no trips to Vegas. Just a good deal. So stop in and see us today. 13215 97th Street or visit us online at northgategm.com.
You're in Northgate country.
Whether it's a house, a gas station, an apartment complex, or any new building going up above ground, the work always starts below ground. And that's where you'll find GS Construction. GS Construction ensures the first step, relocating utilities, installing new ones, and building the underground systems, is taken to make progress possible. But the work can't start without you. GS Construction is currently on the lookout for experienced top men, pipe layers, and operators. To apply, visit gsconstruction.ca.
Silent Rides is one of Alberta's premier specialty charter companies. With our luxury motor coaches, we provide our customers with the safest and most reliable ground transportation services. Our seatbelt equipped, top of the line motor coaches have become the preferred carrier for many local sports teams, tours, corporate outings, and other various travel needs across Western Canada. For more information and to request a quote, contact sales at 877-748-0991 or visit silentrides.ca.
This hockey season, before every game, check out the pregame show with Andrew Walker on Sports 1440. It's brought to you by Titan Supply, your only source for rigging, lifting, and hauling products. Visit titansupply.ca.
For 50 years, the Selby Group has been building trusted homes in strong communities. This year, we're celebrating that milestone with special events and anniversary promotions you won't want to miss. Discover Hillshire by Selby Group, beautifully designed homes in a community built for the way you live today. And coming this spring, move-in ready spec homes will be available. Your new home is waiting. Celebrate 50 years of Selby Group at Hillshire. Visit selvygroup.com or stop by Hillshire today.
Dennis here from Weiss Johnson, along with my brother Mark.
Hi there.
My bro is the go-to for all our tough installs.
I do all the hard work. He gets all the glory. Mister, I'm on the radio.
Hey, we can't all be famous, but seriously, Mark's the best, and he's here if you're looking to add a legal basement suite in your home.
We install tons of furnace systems for folks wanting basement suites. It helps to subsidize their mortgages.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Obviously.
Weiss Johnson, your legal suite heating system experts.
Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
Who should start? Who needs to hit the bench? Find out with Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas.
This is Sports 1440. Presented by Will Hawk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
Hello, 1142. Welcome back to Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440. Connor Halley, Brandon Douglas, Josh Fenwick, Kenzie the intern with you here. Show brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky, online at willhawkbeefjerky.com. Only available in Leduc. Duke, we're watching some bull riders on right now. I think these guys need some Will Hawk to toughen up.
Well, there's one way that bull riders can get tougher. It's by eating Will Hawk beef jerky.
This guy's from Cadogan? I
think it's Cadogan. Now, ask me where that is in Alberta, and I would guess three different things.
Well,
Southern Alberta.
Northern
Which
Alberta.
is pretty, or Central Alberta. No, either west of Edmonton, Southern Alberta, like south of Calgary, or by Sherwood Park.
We have so many. It's east of Red Deer.
All right. Wait,
Close.
that's where I'm from.
Close to the border, just south of Wainwright.
Oh, okay. That's pretty far east.
Yeah.
It's basically Saskatchewan.
Hopping to skip from North Battleford.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. All right. Well, we have our winner. So here's the thing. When you win this contest, you have to give us your address. So, of course, I'm going to look up where people live, check out their neighborhood.
Insane. Insane move.
So Lance won, and he said, if you boys ever want to visit, I always got a beer and a nice pool in the summer. You're always welcome. Open door policy. Well, Lance, now I have your address, so I know where to come by and hang out. Lance did win. So with this system, we have a total randomizer.
Yeah, instead of our own randomizer
of like
having to manually put the names in a wheel, or sometimes if you're more pressed for time, just scrolling and picking one.
Close your eyes.
Yeah.
Pick a letter. G. All right. The winner is George. Yeah. Total random thing. So Lance, congratulations. It's like the machine knew you were a devoted listener, and you've got a $50 gift card to McDonald's. That'll be sent out within the next week or so here. So don't text us every day asking where it is. And you're also now qualified to the grand prize, a signed McDavid jersey, a signed McDavid stick, a $100 gift card to McDonald's, and a $100 gift card to the NHL. And when I say a stick, I mean those mini McDonald's sticks.
How do they sign it? It's so small.
Small pen.
Still. Do they sign like the box?
They probably do.
Signing that tiny little blade. Mackenzie, hold it up to the camera so people can see it. Like these things they're mini, man. They are mini.
Do we got her on camera now? Yeah, they're pretty cool though. I would love to have the full collection if possible.
It's just possible to sign that blade. It's simply too small.
Yeah, it'd be a blade for ants. It's cool though. I said, I want the whole collection.
I want the Montembeau one. There, maybe you can sign that one. Goalie blade bigger.
There'll be a few available, I think.
You don't think they're going to be very sought after?
Well,
not when Jacob Fowler leads the Habs to the playoffs and is their starter in game 1.
Kid's got sick hair too. When I was looking him up, doing some research, I said, wow, great flow. Nick says, boo Lance. His beer is warm. Don't go. Very European, Lance. Keeping the beer warm. You know, Lance, he says, I appreciate looking at my house. Well, yeah, I'm into real estate. So I'm looking at every house.
Some say it's a passion of mine.
I can't afford another house. I mean, Mackenzie, you can vouch for this. She's been sitting with me. I check out the real estate.
You can vouch for this. You've been to my house. Connor's having staff parties on weekends that I've just never been invited to.
Every day I'm just looking up new houses. Like, oh.
It's true.
I show her Mackenzie.
You lived in your house for like a year and a half and you already want a new one?
It's a passion. I tell Mackenzie, you should buy this house. It's $8 million.
Yeah. Every time he looks at it, my heart and stomach just sink a little because I'm like, this is never happening for me.
What if you win the lottery? Do you play the lottery?
No.
Well, then you can't win.
Can't win if you don't buy. It's it's a lot.
One of these days I'm going to cash in my 12-game Sports Select ticket and buy a really nice trailer.
You go on Play Alberta, you just win a massive parlay. Sorry, Alberta. I took all your money.
Yep. Sorry, kids.
I'm buying a house, a mansion. Some beautiful homes out there in the city. But congratulations, Lance. We're going to do this again tomorrow on our show, and we'll do it twice with Gregor as well. His code word is sticks, but don't text that in until 2 o'clock. Otherwise, it doesn't matter.
Otherwise, it's an invalid.
Precisely. Cadogan. Not correct spelling, but get hooked on phonics from Nails. Cadogan.
Oh, Nails would know because this sounds like it's a place that cowboys come from, and Nails is a cowboy, so he would know.
Yeah. Does he wear a cowboy hat?
Nails? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, like he's a rodeo guy. He's a roper. He's a cowboy. Working the land, working the kettle. Genuine. Like Nails could be on Yellowstone and nobody would blink.
Really?
Oh, for sure.
Good beard?
No. Real cowboys don't grow beards.
Really?
Yeah. Too much. Think about it. The upkeep and stuff. No. That's not the cowboy way.
I'm just looking at cowboys as stereotypes. Aren't they up at 2 a.m?
Why? Well, sometimes during calving season, you gotta go check the cows.
Doesn't the guy on Yellowstone have a great beard?
Yeah, but they're also like, that's the Hollywood of it. They're also well manicured and kept. Like, come on. Who has the time if you're a real cowboy? So just clean shaven instead. That's easier. Or if you're like going the complete other direction, then you're Duck Dynasty type, which aren't cowboys, right? Those are like your backwoods folk that you see in the Appalachian and maybe the Deep South.
Yeah.
That's different. You're not really cowboying anymore.
It's fair. It is fair. I think even being clean shaven is almost more work than a beard upkeep.
No.
Don't you think? No. All you got to do is shave off the bottom, clean it up on the top. Clean shaven everywhere.
Yeah, but you don't have to like keep you just a couple swipes. And if you're doing it every day. Well, couldn't be me. I don't, my hair, facial hair doesn't grow that fast. But
like police officers and I think firefighters for their masks.
Anybody that
keep
works
clean shaven.
on sites, places like oil, gas industry, anything like that, you have to be able to put a respirator on and get a clean seal.
It's kind of facial hair. Not me.
We let her buck here.
I shaved once when I was like 19 all the way down, and a girl I worked with at the grocery store was like,
"You,
oh, you got some like razor burn there," and never did it again.
Oh,
she's an old lady, just very honest,
just torched,
and she was right. So I was like, "Yeah, what's the point?" But back then I could only grow like Abe Lincoln style. like chin strap.
Oh yeah,
almost.
underneath. Nothing on the front of the face, all bottom.
Yeah, I was growing up is tough. Beard is more work from experience. Matt and Leduc. HVAC Nick says, wasn't Kevin in his best Western wear this morning? Just needed to add a cowboy hat to.
Did you see
look.
Kevin's shirt?
I did see it. Was he taking some flack on YouTube?
He kind of went both ways. I'm not gonna lie. Some were in my camp where it was like I described it as garish. I said it was like a time capsule from Kevin's youth in the 80s that resurfaced, but should have been left buried for a post-apocalyptic society to find instead. Some people thought the same. Others thought, Kevin, that is a snappy shirt.
Snappy is a good way to put it.
And the comparison he got was it looked like something Garth Brooks would wear during one of his shows.
From which year?
Like a late 80s, early 90s. Have you seen some of the shirts that guy's worn?
I mean, in the past, yeah. But
they had like a whole collection of them at Lamley's. They didn't call it the Garth collection, but it was just called like the 90s. And straight up like a Western painting, scenic, the mountain, like very Mesa, Arizona, across the chest of mountains and a little horse man on it. Cacti. Yeah, anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Kevin's shirt was crazy.
That's cool, though. That's one of those things now on YouTube that people can watch us and kind of get more of a glimpse.
Well, Josh knows firsthand the influx of people to our video streams and when we started talking about, because Frank Serval is the first one to call him out on air. Joined on video, obviously. He said, Frank, how are you doing? Kevin, what are you wearing? It was hilarious.
Yeah.
I was crying laughing.
I like it. Low Tide throws out some good looks every once in a while. Live out loud. Why not?
Vintage.
Except I've said, like, I would like to be like Steve Jobs, where I always wear the same few hoodies anyways, but like just one outfit every day. Less thought process. Not that I put much thought into it anywho, but speaking of Low Tide, coming up next from noon till 2, Thursday, Bag Milk will be by. Maybe a few more guests than on the Gregor Show. It will be abbreviated due to pregame coverage, but hoping to have Mike Rupp on, Landon Ferraro. We'll go down to Dallas. We got David Owens from Sherbrooke Liquor, Spec, Cam Tate's 2-minute warning, 5 questions, plus your next chance to win a $50 gift card to McDonald's.
Sherbrooke Liquor for Thirsty Thursdays cons.
Yeah.
Think about it. You get a knockoff early today, hypothetically.
Yeah. Well, I'll be leaving at 5. Donovan. I'm not doing Donovan's job for
Donovan, I'm out of here. See you later, loser. You get early start to Friday Junior. Maybe you get maybe take one of them with you.
I could.
Enjoy during the game.
If there's extras. I don't know what they're doing today. It's St. Patrick's Day coming up. They're doing whiskeys, I guess.
I was going to say, remember, next Tuesday before your hit, when we have our buddy the Ulster Man in studio, we'll have some nice Irish whiskey for you.
You're going to line them up?
Yep.
And then I'll drink them. And then
you just got to...
We'll put the mic on the floor so I can lay down and do the chat
I can
there.
hear you calling dinosaurs.
Yeah. Have you watched the new Netflix documentary, The Dinosaurs?
No.
Oh.
Is it a...
Morgan Freeman narrates it.
So that's great. Love Morgan Freeman, obviously. But the actual visuals, is it like pictures in a museum or of dinosaur fossils,
it's like
or is
CGI.
it CGI? See, I'm out on that. I love Planet Earth because it's actual footage of animals.
Well, here's
watching
the problem.
these dinosaur things, it's essentially just watching a cartoon, and it's fabric because we don't actually know what they look like. We can guess. Best guess is based on paleontologist work.
It's tough to get footage of the dinosaurs.
Really tough until we Jurassic Park this bee and
bring them back. Which we should do one day on an island.
They did it with woolly mammoths.
Really? Where?
They're trying to. Siberia, I think, or Mongolia, somewhere in Russia.
Far away from
Russia
here.
adjacent, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, if there was a Jurassic Park island, I'd be all for it. Why not? Just do it smart. Learn from their mistakes.
Have you learned nothing?
Learn from their mistakes and do it properly. Maybe we avoid the T-Rex and the Velociraptors.
But the real Velociraptors were nothing like that. They're way smaller. They're like the size of chickens.
Well,
they could still...
A lot of chickens could attack.
They could still get you bad with those claws, but still.
100%. Oh, they do dire wolves. Yeah, I saw that one from Greater Man J.
Yeah.
I was like, that's so cool. I want one.
It is cool.
From
and I know they were working on it with woolly mammoths. I obviously don't think they've executed it yet, but...
Like, let's do it. Why not? Bring back the dodo.
Why? What did they do?
just while they didn't deserve to go extinct, is what I'm saying. Or someone might say they did deserve to if they couldn't stay alive. I don't know.
Life finds a way.
We'll leave it with that. Except I got to tell you that coming up next is the Lowdown with Low Tide. Thank you guys for joining us today. We do appreciate it as always. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that like button. If you haven't watched on YouTube, go watch it and then hit that like button. You can do that as well. For the Duke and Mackenzie and Josh, I'm Connor Halley. Have a good rest of your day. We'll be back to do it again tomorrow at 11 o'clock. But first, we're going to a Sports 1440 update with Mackenzie the Intern, brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky. Online at willhawkbeefjerky.com, only available in Leduc.
This is a Sports 1440 update.
14 games in the NHL tonight. Oilers take on the Stars at 6. Jari gets the start, and we've got pregame coverage with Andrew Walker starting at 5. Sharks meet the Bruins at TD Garden. Flames are in New Jersey. Jets host the Rangers. Preds take on Vancouver. Golden Knights look to bounce back against the Penguins. Colorado and Seattle have the late slate. 9 games in the association. 76ers and Pistons tip off at 5 at Little Caesars Arena. Hawks host the Nets. Spurs take on the Nuggets. OKC meet the Celtics. Chicago and Lakers have the nightcap. In the NFL offseason, former Baltimore Ravens backup running back Keaton Mitchell is signing a 2-year deal with the Chargers for $9.25 million, including $5 million guaranteed. The Players' Championship is underway. McNeely, Fleetwood, and Hovland are currently leading the charge. Canadians in the tournament, Mackenzie Hughes and Taylor Pendrith, are currently tied for 31st. Next on Sports 1440, the Lowdown with Low Tide, Declan Kruger and Josh Fenwick. I'm Mackenzie, and that's your Sports 1440.